Today we're going to be talking about Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central for manufacturing, including production orders, bill of materials, routing, and more. Hello Dynamics community, I'm Dave from Bond Consulting Services. One of our experts, Seetharaman, will be guiding you through the manufacturing process in Business Central. Let's get started.
So currently I'm working with Bond Consultancy Services as senior consultant. Let me start about Business Central. Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central is an integrated ERP application from Microsoft family, specially meant for small and mid-scale industries. It consists of various modules like finance, sales, purchase, inventory, assembly, manufacturing, service, project, that's called jobs, and fixed assets. It's an all-in-one ERP solution. It's powered by cloud, powered by data, and powered by intelligence. In short, the application will be help you and your company adapt faster, work smarter, and perform better. Let me start about an item. An item or a part that you want to buy or sell or buy and utilize it for processing it in your production unit. To convert into a finished good, that is right from raw material to finished good, you need to maintain part number, description, and other key fields in Business Central to keep a track of the product cost, price. In Business Central, product and services is called an item. Let me explain how the item is also linked to the bill of material, maybe to the next level of screens that we're going to walk through on those areas. So basically, when we have the raw material, different kind of raw materials, raw material 1, 2, and N, when it combines, it'll be a work in progress, WIP 1. And the next level, work in progress 1, WIP 1, combined with raw material 3, then it becomes WIP 2, work in progress 2. So you can have multiple level of bill of materials, combination of your raw materials and work in progress, and then your finished good is produced. The time taken from the raw material to the finished goods is called throughput time or cycle time. Item master in Business Central. So this is the item list. You have the option to view the item list in terms of a list, tall tiles and small tiles. I just kept it in the small tiles. If you want to select and view little bigger objects, you can do that. Or this is the list view. It will give you a complete list with all the images. Let me keep it as small tiles. So I'm just selecting this item. As soon as I select, you'll get this tab. So this is the item page. So everything in Business Central is talked in terms of page. You have 8 fast tabs. What you see here are all fast tabs: item, inventory, cost and hosting, prices and sales, replenishment, planning, item tracking, warehouse. I'm just selecting the first fast tab. You have different fields. You have the option to keep all those fields. There are many other fields. If you want to personalize your page, you can do that. If you do not want to view some fields and hide it, you can do that by doing the personalize. The number, which is a unique number for the part, description, item type. It can be inventory, service, or non-inventory. Meaning any product that you want to keep a track of your cost, serialized or lot tracked, location, and then you need to keep your product setting type as inventory. Any product or service, if the product is small in terms of size, for example, nuts, bolts, screws, very small in size, but volume is huge in terms of purchase, but you do not want to keep a track of it, then you can keep it as non-inventory. For another example, if you do not want to keep a track of all your vendor maintained inventory. For example, some company will have tracking of their own item in their location, and as well as in the application, they'll keep a track of items which is maintained at vendor location. So in that case, you can keep a setting as non-inventory so that your financial book of accounts does not affect it. The next one is about the key field is item category code and service item group. If you see here, the item category code, it's a very important field that can be used for filtering and reporting purpose. If you see, I have just made a small item category code, finished good, and the raw material, and then WIP, so that you can have multiple level of categorization. When you want to get a report in terms of how many item categories which is belong to finished goods for the last year compared to this year, you can do that. You can pull out a report. The item category code is going to help you out. The next tab is about inventory. The key fields in the inventory tab are the quantity on hand. There are many non-editable fields. These are all called flow fields. There is a 3 dots. Selecting this, it will take you to the location where this particular inventory is stored. So you see the 6 numbers which is stored at QC test area. So other locations is 0. It gives exactly the location where the product is stored. The next fields, as I said, it's a flow field. The quantity on production order, I see number 62. If I select this, it will take you the list of quantity that was there in the production orders. So you will see the remaining quantity. You have quantity, finished quantity, and the remaining quantity. What you see there in the item master is the remaining quantity. See here, there is a product which is finished 6 numbers. So the total of quantity minus finished quantity will be the remaining quantity you will see in the item card. Like this, you will be able to see the list of items pending in sales order and other things. The next tab is about cost and pricing. There are Business Central, FIFO, first in, first out, last in, first out, specific, average, that's called as moving average, standard. Standard price remains constant, first in, first out. For example, a chemical industry, they probably might use first in, first out. Some discrete manufacturing company, they might use moving average. The product does not make a change for some time. Those companies might be using the standard. So the specific, based on the specific needs of the customer needs, some people will be using the specific. So it's like that. On the right hand side, you see the posting, the key posting field or general product posting group and inventory posting group. The posting details talks about the posting groups. Basically, those creates a link between your product, customer, vendor, resources to the general ledger account. The general product posting group talks about what are the products you buy and sell, which is linked to the general ledger. Inventory posting group, which is exactly creates a link between your inventory locations and the inventory account to the general ledger account. The unit cost, which keeps a track of all your costings. When you select this, you will get complete details of whatever increase in the inventory, meaning if there is a purchase or output is registered, then there is a increase in your inventory. If there is a consumption or a sale, then the entry type will be your consumption. There will be a decrease in entry. So it keeps a track of all your cost and then summarize and provide a value at the unit cost. The next tab is about prices and sales. The unit price is the selling price of the product. And if you want to maintain a specific selling price for the products, here you have the option of maintaining the selling prices. And if there are any discounts, you can keep a track of those discounts separately. So customer wise, if there are many discounts, if there is a discounts for a campaign for during the Christmas, during the Thanksgiving, you can definitely maintain a separate group for those things and apply during the period. Similarly, for the same item, if you're purchasing it, you have a different price across different vendors, and you have different pricing discounts across various vendors you can maintain a separate purchase discounts. The next tab is about replenishment, the key tab. Here, the replenishment system is of three types. Either you replenish a product in terms of purchase, production order, or assembly order. Any product, if it is a light assembly, then you can use the assembly orders. If it is little light, above light, medium production, then you can use the production order. Or the product, if you are planning to purchase it, you can set it as purchase. The common lead time, whatever the setting, you keep it here, that is applied to the lead time. Apart from this, you can also keep a track of any vendor lead time. Based on the different vendor, you can separately have a different lead time. Based on the routing steps, you can have different lead time for completing each stages of production. So this is, if no other lead time setting is available, then system will take the lead time from this particular field. If your replenishment system, if you choose it as purchase, then you can have default vendor set up here. If the vendor has different item number apart from the item number what you have set, so your company defined number is 40134 and vendor says my number is 156 or something, then you can keep a track of those numbers. So in the purchase order, you can refer this number as well as our internal number. Purchase unit of measure, that's very key. If you are planning to buy in terms of pieces or box, one box contains 10 pieces. You can have multiple number of unit of measures, and the base unit of measure is here at the item, the first tab. But still, you have the option. Either you can purchase it pieces or in terms of pallets, in terms of box. System knows how to make the conversion, so it works as one box is 10 pieces. On the right hand side, you have the production major settings. You have the default routing setup here. I'm going to walk through on those separately. Production bill of material. And if you're using the light assembly, then you are setting it as assembled to stock or assembled to order. The next one is about planning. Reordering policy is of four types: fixed reorder quantity, maximum quantity, order lot for lot. So based on this setting, there are few fields will get enabled. For example, if you say select maximum quantity, then your reorder quantity will be disabled and maximum inventory is set. If you select fixed reorder quantity, then your reorder point and reorder quantity is enabled, your maximum inventory is disabled. You can set your reorder point, reorder quantity, minimum order quantity, maximum order quantity, order multiples. In a company, there will be upper control limit to maintain the inventory and a lower control limit. And there are companies where below lower control limit, you need to have a safety stock. If somebody miss to plan for the product when it touches the lower control limit, system will trigger you if your safety stock quantity has some value below the lower control limit. Hey, please go for planning. When you run a planning, system will also suggest planning for the safety stock which company is maintaining across their inventory locations. Okay. So the safety stock, where in most of the companies, they'll maintain lower control limit, upper control limit, and below the lower control limit, there will be a safety stock. Across all the companies, there might be a requirement for maintaining the safety stock below which the company cannot run. In order to maintain that, you have the possibility to set the safety stock quantity and the safety lead time. While running the planning engine, system suggests if some values of inventory goes below the lower control limit, system also takes the reference from safety stock quantity and provides a suggestion. If it doesn't goes below the lower control limit, then system will not bother because it's maintaining a safety stock. If it goes below the lower control limit, if somebody forgets to maintain the lower limit of stock or inventory level in the company, then system will suggest you the safety stock quantity. The next tab is about tracking. Many companies keep tracking their products in terms of serial number or lot number. Pharmaceutical company track their product in terms of batch number or lot number. Food processing industries track in terms of batch number or lot number. Discrete manufacturing company, they track in terms of serial numbers. For example, laptop has a serial number. System, once you have this setup available, system keeps a track of all your raw materials from your raw material to this work in progress and to the finished goods. For example, this is a page where the item traced, if you select a batch, system is going to give you how this particular product is tracked from the production order to the sales. If you want to view where exactly this particular document, you have the option to select, it will take you to the exact document. So drill down facility is available. I would like to talk about in the item is about the attributes. If you see here, you see the attributes. You can set up all your attributes here. And if you have different variants, for example, the product has color is one of the variant. If the product has different prices based on the variants, colors, then you can set those things up. You can have different pricing based on the variant, selling as well as purchase. The next one is about bill of materials. Here there are two types of manufacturing. If it is a light assembly, you can maintain a separate assembly for the products to be assembled. And if the product is little advanced, little complicated, for example, the product bill of material has a version, then you need to go for the next level of production, that is production bill of material. A production bill of material means the list of products, items, child items needed to make an assembly or sub-assembly. So if you see a product, the production bill of material, it will take you the page where the production bill of material attached to this particular item. The general tab, which will give you all the header level information, the description, the unique code, unit of measure, and you can maintain the status of the bill of material. It's certified or still new or under development, somebody is designing it, or if it is closed means it's not going to be used. And the active version, which version is applied for this particular bill of material. You have different child items for making this particular finished good at the header. You need these all the child items to make it assembled, to make the work in progress. So system picks at the production order, system picks which is the latest version, from what date it is applicable, and picks the respective bill of material exactly while making the production. The next one is about machine center. A machine center is a company, is where the product is manufactured. Work center is a group of machine center are called as work center. Machine centers are here serialized, meaning arranged, serialized. You have the process started. You have seeing the arrow here, which starts from here, goes around and then ends here. Next one, you have machine centers in parallel. These two, step 1 and step 2, is going to be parallel. You can send the raw materials at the same time, and then you can make it serial. So this is two different setups you can have. This is the routing which is attached to the item. You have similarly the header where which product need to be following the steps that need to be taken to finish the product. So you have different work center or machine center. You have the option to select as work center or machine center. So I have used the work center, lathe, the first steps. The cost involved in this particular step is $1. Setup time, one type setup time, I need 5 minutes, and the runtime of the machine is 10 minutes. If there are any wait times between the missions, then you can set up the wait minute. And if there are any move time, you can set up the movement. So these are all the serious steps that need to be followed to complete the production.
Thank you, Seetharaman, for showcasing the Dynamics 365 Business Central solution. And thank you, Dynamics community, for your attention. We hope you enjoy this video. Subscribe to our channel if you want to learn more about utilizing Dynamics 365 to grow your business. Click here for our related videos. Utilize our website down below.